Hey everybody, and welcome to my N5 series on the SP404 Mark II, where I cover a topic in about 5 minutes. This is session 52.6, and I feel like I did like 3 takes on the pad mute, and I hope that the last video showed you guys how it worked. I still think it's valuable. I think you can get some good mileage out of it, but it's not quite the feature I was hoping for. So that said, we still have another avenue for doing how I would kind of consider MPC style. Oh, didn't mean to hit the microphone stand there. But I still think there's another avenue for doing what I can kind of consider like how I learned on the MPC style of doing things. And that is that we can still choose what we want to copy for pads. It might mean that getting some of the variations and doing some other stuff is a little bit of a pain, but actually I'm not going to delete these. I'll just leave these patterns here. They have pad mute automation recorded, but you have to have pad mute automation mode on for it to also play it. So we got this pattern on C1 that has everything we want on it. And we can target C9. And now the nice thing we can do, so let's say we don't want some of the patterns here. Let's say we don't want any drums. We just go, actually, I forget, it's the reverse select. So by default, it's not going to copy anything. So now we're picking the sounds we want to contribute to the pattern when we copy it. So let's say we just want this. We don't want any drums. We just want bass. We want piano. So we go copy. Previously, what we would have had to do is do a copy, then go into record mode, hold delete it while it's playing out. It has some benefits doing it that way, and I still think it's a valid way to do it, but this is going to be much faster. So we can now copy pattern 1 and copy that over. Whoops, I meant to hit remain first. Sorry, copy pattern 1 to 10, hit remain so we can select what we want. Let's say we want this. We want some of the drums and hit copy. So we can kind of keep doing this as a way to build up what we want for our patterns. Maybe you want to ultimately drive it to pattern chain or whatever. But yeah, I think like you do this. Actually, we drop the piano completely. Start bringing some of the glitch stuff in. Hit copy. We'll copy this again. Maybe we did it again. This is just where mechanically I got to get used to some of these things. 1 to 12. Don't hit copy. Hit remain first. All right. So maybe we got the bass. Maybe we drop out the piano. Maybe we don't do any drums. Maybe we just do all these glitch sounds. Copy. So now we have some patterns that we can kind of say like we can start here and kind of just build up, change the sounds, and do some other things. So I feel like this is probably turning into a slower song given what we kind of have for pieces so far, but now we have the ability. Oop, my dog just jumped off the chair. So, we can kind of play through here. And maybe this is where we kind of drop into the full thing. Sounds nice. I don't even know how long I've been at this for making this video, but it feels like it's been long enough. But I do think that the copy method and then selecting what patterns what pads that you want to participate in the pattern after you've built something all the way up is probably the appropriate way to do this. I kind of feel like the pad mutes, as much as I had a lot of hopes and dreams on it, I don't think it's quite what I was looking for. It would probably be closer if you could kind of copy those things over, or if it kind of, when you copied them, it knew the states of the patterns, or at least set the states for whatever the value was at the 1.1 or something. I'm not quite sure. It just feels a little wonky to me at this point. I'm probably going to experiment with it a bit more and see if I can come up with something that might work better, but I feel like I get the more consistent results using the copy method and then selecting the pads that I want to contribute in bringing their pattern over. if I'm going to be doing a workflow where I kind of start from one pattern that has everything in it. So I will say, you know, still happy with what Roland has done here. I think I always like having a little bit more options, and I still think that the pattern automation has a place, but it might be more in a ability to build some of these things for doing live, recording some of these things live for automating like the pad mutes, and then be able to go to like another pattern that doesn't have those mutes and kind of keep changing and morphing as you're going forward. I don't know. I'll think about it. Anyway, guys, keep making music, keep having fun. If it sounds good, it is good, and peace.